Hello, my name is AJ. I'm your HYPOXiX coach for today, and we have level 1.1 natural squat. This is a wonderful position for challenging the more narrow stance of your squat and also adding in our hip hinge. So let's begin. If you're working with a HYPOXiX coach and they've suggested a different set of sets or reps or breathography based on your assessment, of course you want to follow that because that's there to optimize your program. Otherwise, this is a perfect beginning place. So let's start. For the natural squat, we're only a 2-foot stride length. So test that out and then turn the feet to the front. So we're pretty darn narrow, but hip width apart for this one. Interlace the fingers, non-dominant grip on top first, pull them apart hard. So if your fingers are slippery, those fingers would pull apart just like that. I want you to feel the lats activate, shoulder mobility. Then the elbows are not here, but they're a little bit forward, and that's going to help you find your panoramic view because we are working the panoramic view on the way up every time, and I want you to find those elbows when you come up in that panoramic view. It's not easy, but I want you to challenge that. That's the most advanced version of the exercise. Then the head is pushing back into your hands hard, and it's also getting tractioned up. You're creating height in the spine as you go through this exercise. Now, we're hinging from the hip joint on the way down, and we're tapping our toes 3 times on the descent. This is forcing your weight back in your heels. 1, 2, 3, and coming up, squeezing the glutes gently on the way up. Now notice I'm not shoving my pelvis forward, I'm keeping my pelvis in a nice neutral. I'm just squeezing the glutes, but I'm not left back here, so I'm somewhere half between full tuck and full arch to find my neutral spine on the way up. So again, panoramic view, head is back, we tap. Now when we hinge from the hip joint and there's no movement in the low back, you may want to put a hand on the low back to make sure you're not moving in the low back. We're going 3 times on the way down. 1, 2, 3, I'm staring at my knees. It's a fixed point gaze. That's how we're working our visual field on the way down, is we're staring at our knees. We're also making sure that our knees are pointing a laser over our 3rd toes. They're not here, but they're right there. 1, 2, 3, squeeze. Down, 2, 3, squeeze, just like that. And that's our nice slow tempo for today. The level 1 is the slowest tempo out of all of the natural squats so that we can optimize these mechanics. So let's practice. Head is pressing back, panoramic view. We begin. Now immediately transition to staring at your knees and hinging from the hip, only from the hip, not moving from the low back. 1, 2, if you can tap your butt on the seat without moving your low back, wonderful, get all the way down. Otherwise, just begin in a partial range of motion and don't go all the way down. Now, we're staring at the knees, 2, 3, and then I come up. I'm equalizing the weight between the 3 points of my foot tripod. That's big toe, pinky, heel, slightly spreading the feet if you can, on the way up. Otherwise, we're tapping the feet on the way down. Knees, 2, 3, and coming up. Now, for today, we do have 7 breath cycles because of the slower tempo. We're always pausing the movement on the engaged inhale, and we're moving through the engaged exhale. It's a lot of layers. If this is your first time, I want you to stay focused at first on staying connected with the breath, breathing with me, with our engaged exhales and our engaged inhales, loosening our ab ribbons on the engaged exhale and tightening on the engaged inhale. Over time, you will be able to layer on those other components to optimize your level 1 natural squat. So let's take it. Head is back, foot tripods, toes are spread, neutral spine, panoramic view. Let's take it from our zip up, posture prep, inhale. Hiss, 2, 3, 4, 5, inhale 1, inhale 2. Panorama, inhale, tighten the ribbon. Inhale, inhale. Stare at the knees. Loosen the ribbon, now tighten. Inhale. Inhale, inhale. Loosen your ribbon, now tighten it. Inhale. Inhale. Last breath cycle. Loosen the ribbon. Amazing work.